What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. It looks like KeKe Palmer is back with the struggle baby daddy again. And of course, ever since they got into their public spat, both of them unfollowed each other. But now Darius has posted her again on his Instagram. And that possibly means that they are back together. Now, again, KeKe Palmer took this opportunity to push her new clothing line during all of this, which, I mean, for me, I don't know if this is a stunt, if this is a setup or anything. I just don't know. But it looks like, they're back together again. And, they're doing some things. I'm not sure. Okay. I really don't know. But if they are made up, okay, the question is, what's going to happen to him? And I want guys to understand something here. And I want every man to understand this. When you give up your dreams to be a part of a woman's world, which is what this young man did, what happens to you? Darius was a personal trainer. Darius is now a full-time stay-at-home father. Okay? And for what I understand, if they are to split, the court would likely award him physical custody of the child, making KeKe pay child support and maybe even give him the mansion. That's probably one of the reasons why they got back together. But all in all, I'd have to say that what man wants to live a life like that? Changing diapers. And again, I'm not saying that men can't do that. Obviously, if I had a kid, I would do the same thing. Changing diapers, doing things that are traditionally held for women as a full-time thing. Like, this is something that women typically do a lot better than men. Not that men cannot do it, but women typically do that. This is what I'm talking about. So the fact is that you're doing this now, okay? And you've given up your life for her. The reality is that even if you were to split up, she still is in that field, right? Like, she's still in the field. You are a stay-at-home husband. And then you find out, like, you're not going to have any sort of skills, anything that you can do, anything out there. And then what I find out is no matter how much the money she pays you, I find so many men just becoming, in my honest opinion, miserable. Like, I see this all the time. A lot of men become miserable because they've given up themselves. And it's very bitter for a lot of guys. For a lot of guys to have to give up who they are on the behalf of a woman, you find out that even she starts disrespecting you, like, and it's not even on purpose, I don't think. I just really honestly feel that women, and I'm just going to be honest, when you're a guy, okay, listen to what I'm saying. When you're a guy that you don't have, in my honest opinion, very much to offer, you stepped aside, you're doing something completely different than what you're supposed to be doing for yourself. Women are just never going to respect you. Never. And what men want and what men desire in their life is respect. I just cannot say that. Respect is the biggest drug of a man. We need it. It's like water. We have to have it. If we don't have respect, I mean, we just don't have anything. If you can't respect me as a man, Jesus Christ, what do we have to, like, what do we got to talk about? I mean, I'm being honest here, right? Like, if you can't respect me, I can't, like, I need that in my life. I want that in my life. I gotta have that in my life. It's important. It's insane that I gotta have my respect. And when men don't get their respect, it's problematic. It's very problematic, guys. And for a lot of guys, it's hurtful. Okay? It is. It's the truth. And especially a man that is ambitious. You know what? I see a lot of guys who sacrifice, let's say, for example, to be with a lady. I see a lot of men who sacrifice to be in relationships. And I'm not mad about that because, men are sacrificing. But now it's one thing when a man is sacrificing and he's on his way of doing something. But if a man had to sacrifice to do something for a woman and for whatever reason, that's no longer the case anymore, or, he's lost a little bit of himself, men have a very big problem with that. It's a very big issue. It's a very big problem. And whenever men are on that tangent, look out. You want to talk about a bitter man, a man who could become hateful, a man who could become problematic, a man who could do any of those things that you never want to see men do. Look for a man who relatively is no longer doing what he wants to do in life. He had to give it up. One of my friend's father has passed away. I won't mention his name, but he was he's on his way to the NBA. Went to Grant High School in the 70s. Went to Oregon State. He got this lady pregnant at 18, 17 years old, and he wanted to be in the NBA, in the NFL. One of the greatest, wide receivers in that era in Sacramento. But very smart man too. But what happened was because of his, commitment to the wife, he decided that, I really want to, do this the right way. And that's exactly what he did. I want to do this the right way. I want to come back and marry her and things like that. And of course, what I've noticed was he was never really, after that, the same anymore. And from what they tell me, I met him when he was much older. He went into a depression. Like he was almost he couldn't keep a job. He was a homeless guy almost. He died relatively poor. He had a whole lot of kids that he could never take care of them for real. And he just lived a life of unhappiness. And that is largely because he never went after what he wanted to do. He lived a life of which he just didn't achieve that. And man, that guy was awesome. I mean, he was a very bright man, a very astute man. He's a sharp guy, but he left a life that was underprivileged due to his circumstances that he allowed to happen for himself. So he allowed a lady to trick him into, or, and honestly give up his life to be with her. And he became very miserable. And there's so many guys that are living that life right now, and they have great ideas. These guys have the ability to do great things, and they're just underachieving due to that. And then they're terrible forever. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate your all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.